judges. Today we are going to discuss 10 important sections of Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam 2023. We need to prepare about the Indian Evidence Act from the point of view of BSA 2023 now, because from 1st July onwards Indian Evidence Act will stand repealed. तो आइए देखते हैं हमारी लिस्ट में 10 important sections. The first important section on our list is section 2, which talks about definitions. Section 2 जो कि पहले section 3 of Indian Evidence Act था, उसमें if you concentrate on 2 clause D and 2 clause E, then you will find two new words have been added in the definition of 2D, which is document, and in the definition of 2E, which is evidence. The two new words that have been added are electronic and digital records. So electronic and digital records will also be considered document, and they will also be considered evidence under 2E. The next section on our list is section 4, relevancy of facts forming part of the same transaction. As we all know that relevancy of facts forming part of same transaction was earlier dealt in section 6 of the Indian Evidence Act, which talked about the concept of res gestae. So now it has been included under section 4 of Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam. The next important section on our list is section number 12, facts showing existence of state of mind or of body or of bodily feeling. This section was earlier included in section number 14 of the Indian Evidence Act, but now it is included in section 12 of the Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam. The next important section on our list is section 24, consideration of proved confession affecting person making it and others jointly under trial for the same offence. This section was included earlier in section 30 of Indian Evidence Act, in which we used to study the confession of a co-accused undergoing a same trial with the accused, in which we used to study the famous case of Kashmira Singh versus State of Madhya Pradesh. This section has now been shifted to section number 24. Fifth important section is section 26 of BS. Cases in which statement of facts in issue or relevant fact by person who is dead or cannot be found or whose evidence cannot be obtained, etc. is relevant. This section talks about dying declaration and other cases where the evidence of a person who is dead or cannot be found is taken. So this section was earlier in 32 of the Indian Evidence Act. Now it is included under section 26 of BSA. The another important section on our list is section 39, opinion of experts. Opinion of experts was earlier included in section 45 and section 45A of the Indian Evidence Act, which talked about that experts' opinion can be sought by the court in different matters such as art, science, foreign law, handwriting, and finger impressions. Now, under section 39, they have included any other field. The phrase any other field has been included. So the court may ask for an expert's opinion on any other issue which may be arising in a particular case. Section 58, another important section. Earlier, this section was included in section 60 of the Indian Evidence Act, which used to define the secondary evidences. 63 of the Indian Evidence Act. Now it is included in section 58, which now defines what are the secondary evidences. It enumerates that the copies made from copies, etc., that copies of certified documents, etc., are secondary evidences. So now this section has been included in section 58 of BSA. The next important section on our list is section 60, cases in which secondary evidence relating to documents may be given. This section was earlier included in section 65, which allowed for certain circumstances wherein a party to a case, to a suit, may give secondary evidence of the documents. So these circumstances are now covered under section 60 of BSA instead of section 65, which was earlier enumerated in Evidence Act. Section 157. Question by party to his own witness. Question by party to his own witness means questions to hostile witnesses. How a hostile witness can be questioned by the party who called it, and how the evidence of a hostile witness may still be considered by the party who called him. This section was earlier included under section 154 of the Indian Evidence Act, but now it has moved down to section 157 of PSA. The last but not the least on our list is section 170, repeal. The provision of repeal is important because it tells that the Indian Evidence Act is now hereby repealed. And the second thing that the section 170 talks about is that all the proceedings that were going on before this act came into force, before Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam comes into force, will still follow Indian Evidence Act. So the old proceedings will be conducted on the basis of Indian Evidence Act itself. So these are the 10 important sections of Indian Evidence Act. Oh, sorry, Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam. It is going to take us some time to remember that. Thank you.